Hello, and welcome back to the Lost Zone podcast. I'm your host, Joe Turrentine, and I'm here today with, your other host, John.
Sometimes here. Yeah.
Every once in a while. But we've got some cool things to talk about, some exciting announcements that we can go over. But before we even remotely get started, I'm going to have to address the elephant in the room. I made a promise last week that I wasn't able to uphold. Cal had some complications with scheduling, especially when it came to, Australian time differences. But we will hopefully have a guest next week. But if not, I'm not going to make a promise this time that I can't withhold. So apologies about that, but let's go ahead and get into things a little bit with OCIC. At the time of posting this video will be in one day. It'll be the day. Because it starts on Friday. It starts on Friday.
Oh, yeah.
So I guess time differences, it will already have started by the time that this gets uploaded.
We know what time it starts for us over here?
I have no idea. I think it starts for us like Thursday night.
I don't know Aussie time.
It's 16 hours ahead of us, so...
Okay.
So, like 16...
Ask Cal. That's good.
Yeah, I'll text him. But, with that being said, this video will be posted around the time of the event happening, so we're going to make some final predictions along with that. Talk about some awesome new announcements when it comes from Pokemon. A new game sort of thing that we kind of came up with, or help from the community.
We're trying.
Yeah, we're trying. We're trying, okay? So
Twitter did their best, yeah.
Twitter did their best. Thanks, Alyssa. But to get started, John, what do you think is probably going to win this event?
All right.
And don't say Vikavolt.
Vikavolt's one of the three. It's Vikavolt, Palkia, or Lugia.
Okay. You don't think Lost Box is going to win?
No, not at all. I think Lost Box is in kind of a mediocre state right now. Lugia's tech for it. Obviously, Hedrix 60 was perfectly tech for Lost Box. Wash Manaphy was perfect.
Yeah.
Vikavolt is on it. Obviously, I'm expecting a little bit of an uptick in Vikavolt, but I expect more in Knoxville. And Palkia, if Lugia's didn't notice Ian Robb at Orlando, they will notice in OCIC when there's 4 Palkias in top 8.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. When the crab starts crabbing.
Exactly.
Yeah. when they forget to check for crabs and then they catch them. So.
Yeah. Is that a Palkia or Lugia?
I'm kind of on the same boat. I do think that we might see a little bit more of that Turbo Lost Box that came out.
The Dragonite one?
The Dragonite one. The one that gets 7 cards in the Lost Zone turn 1. That deck is kind of bonkers. But I do I think that deck might be a little more prevalent at this event coming up. Especially with a lot of foreign players were playing it while in Orlando, they might just rinse and repeat, But I wouldn't be surprised if one Lost Box made top 8, and I also think that Palkia probably will be in top 8, more than likely. It's either going to be Palkia or Vikavolt. It's one of the two.
I know the Aussie players right now are on Mew, Natalie, Kaiwin, all them.
I wouldn't be surprised if one Mew player made top 8, or maybe even 2. I mean, Mew is just Mew, so it either has good days or it has bad days.
Yeah, I mean, I think most things are teched out to beat it by now. Vikavolt almost 100-0s that matchup.
Yeah, for sure.
Pretty convincingly.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I don't even know how to approach that matchup with Vikavolt, but I'm pretty sure you just Drapion.
That's how it is when you play Drapion, yeah.
Yeah, you just item lock him and Drapion him and hope to God that, you get
if you're going first, you go for Aerodactyl.
Oh, yeah, you do.
Because if you go Aerodactyl Judge in the same turn, they can't kill Arrow, and then you just Drapion because they can't find their Lost City. If you're going second, you just wait until they
judge them
evolve
and then yeah, okay. So if you go first, you Aerodactyl them, and then you judge them in the same turn if you can get access to it.
Correct.
Okay. Yeah, I mean that seems pretty good. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, if you judge Arrow, they can't do anything. They have 4 cards, and if those 4 cards are VMAX, DTE, tablet, take their hand. Like,
Yeah.
literally.
Yeah. I definitely think that Mew has a good shot at topping this event.
As we
Especially,
just shat on it for like 2 minutes.
but I mean, it doesn't beat Vikavolt, but I mean, it does beat a lot of other stuff. It has like a decent Lugia matchup. I wouldn't say that it's like favored, but I'd say it's okay.
I think Mew is so bad, dude. Why do people still... Mew's so bad.
That was my level of sarcasm. I've always hated Mew.
Who was it that got top 8 at Orlando with it?
Grant Hayes.
Grant Hayes?
Yeah.
Yeah. Credit for that. The Leafy Camo Poncho tech was pretty sick for Arrow.
Yeah, I do agree. But he didn't run the Manaphy, so...
Oh, no, he doesn't play the full Xander Pero thing.
He doesn't have that much technology.
The advanced tech, yeah.
He's just got technology, but not advanced tech. Yeah.
Not advanced technology.
Up until rotation, I have a good feeling that most of our events are just going to be like this, like continuous circle. It's like Lugia wins an event, Lugia counter wins an event, Lugia wins.
There's a graph I saw on Twitter about that where we're like, it's a line graph, but like Lugia wins, counter, Lugia wins, counter, and we're like in the middle right now. Like OCIC is in that middle ground.
Yeah, so anything really has a chance to win OCIC, to be honest. Well, we could have Crobat Weezing win in OCIC.
Don't get Isla hyped up. Don't get Isla hyped up.
I have a good feeling about Crobat Weezing.
Yeah, well, you can do that at the bottom tables.
Yeah, there's a lot of diversity. That's also sarcasm. There's not.
I mean, yeah.
I'd say there's probably like 3 really good decks right now, like really solid picks for any event you could go to. Probably be like Lugia, Mew, and Lost Box. It's like those are like the safe 3. Like
the general archetypes are all the same, but I think like the last like 3 cards in every deck changes every tournament.
I agree. It's like you either run Birdkeeper,
Cologne, Irida, Birdkeeper.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's mostly for Lugia. Oh, like Raikou, Unsparse.
And then Mew is now running Aerodactyl, which in and of itself is a mind-boggling thing. It's like Lost Box. There's like 10 different versions of Lost Box, so you can't really tech against Lost Box. You just kind of throw up an Ice Cube and pray.
If you play Vikavolt, you beat all of them.
But I don't know if you saw this or not, but the CP for tournaments ended up going down.
Yeah, I just didn't check Twitter for a week. You're right.
You're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's everywhere.
It is now 350. So congrats, Piper Lapine.
Yeah.
You've got your invite now.
Congratulations, Piper.
It
only took 8 months to get your invite after 2 regional wins, but congratulations.
That is not a shot at Piper, by the way. That is a shot at Pokemon.
Yeah.
You probably made that 100% clear.
Yeah.
Piper deserved her world invite sooner.
much sooner.
Yeah.
There is
350. Yeah,
350.
I think it's fine. I hope it's not consistent. I hope we go back up, but to 500 with cups.
I do agree. I think we should go back up to 500 with cups, or around 500, like 450, 500.
I think 500 is like a perfectly fine number, a perfectly reasonable number if you have local tournaments.
I
350 agree. Is okay. I mean, with no locals, it seems a bit low to me. I would have just gone to like 4.
I don't think that. I don't think that 350 is too low with no locals, bro. Like,
I get, but now like regionals are going to be even harder.
Nah.
Because everyone thinks it's going to be easy, so they're all going to flock in, and then fucking, like, NAIC is going to be 2,300 people. Like...
I mean, it is what it is, bro. We got 2 flights. It's going to be, like, 1,100 each
Oh, wow.
flight.
So it's just a regional in each of them at that point, yeah.
That's what it always is, man. That's what it always is.
No, like, last year, NAIC was, like, 1,200 people.
Yeah, so it was, like, 600 in each. But that was, like, equivalent to what our regionals were back then.
That's like a mini regional, bro. Now we'll have a full-ass sized regional on each side.
I mean... Well, you got to realize that back then, that's about accurate to what regionals were in that time.
Indy was bigger than NAIC.
Yeah, but wait,
Indy was like 100 people bigger.
You're right. My brain forgot that we had NAIC last year, even though that was You know,
Bro, that was my event, bro.
that was your event. You threw it.
I threw my top 8 winning, bro. I'm so upset.
But yeah, so the 350 is pretty good. Really, we haven't got any other announcements other than that, but it's nice to see that Pokemon actually cares, especially
Kind of.
I mean, it's nice to see that they acknowledge us. Considering baby steps. Next step is for you to change the prizing, Pokemon. Pokemon, take a hint. If you're listening,
I want a Big Mac value meal, not a fucking like kitty meal. Yeah.
You don't want a Happy Meal. You want the adult Happy Meal, the one with
I want the Cactus Jack Happy Meal. Yeah.
Yeah, the one that comes with a 10-piece nugget and a quarter pounder, or a Big Mac. Yeah. So I honestly think when it comes to like pricing, like just to touch a little bit, we talked about this last episode, but to talk a little bit more about pricing, I honestly think if across the board everything was just doubled,
yes,
I think that would be perfect. I think
people would be happy.
I think that 10 grand for a regional seems about good. 500 for 250. You could even have at a lower bracket for money back at 64 again.
Maybe just bring back 64 and people will be happy with that.
Yeah,
and they won't be happy. But
I mean, wasn't 64 like 120?
It was like 250.
Oh,
it was 250.
Was it 250 and then 32 was 500 and then?
No, it was the same. It just had 250 at 64.
Oh well, I don't agree with that then. I don't think that's. I think there should be a prize difference between 32 and 64.
Bro, you're not gonna get top 64 at a 1,800 person event. You get $100.
I think that it should be.
We're not having this full ending again.
No, listen. I think it should be 250 for top 64. Okay, then 500 for 32, and then upward scale from there. I mean, I think that's about what.
I think if you get top 8, you should probably at least get $1,000.
I feel like that's fair. 750, 1,400, 1,500 sounds good for top 8.
Yeah.
Yeah. But, you know, this is a tangent conversation me and John could go about for hours. But we will move on to the next topic, which is here lately we've been seeing a lot more about a lot of different types of alternate formats on Twitter, as well in some local VCs we've been talking about. A lot of people have been playing older formats, especially when it comes to like the Sun and Moon to Lost Thunder format.
Yes, sir.
Those are very popular formats right now, especially among like our local testing groups, or not local, but our testing groups in general. So, do you think that there is? I mean, I know that there is like a broad enough community for those to like really exist, but I've seen people like recently talking about possibly throwing like tournaments, like local tournaments, when it comes to that stuff. Yeah. And I know I think it's super cool.
Like, I don't know, 2017, 2018 for me specifically is when I came into the game, so I'm biased towards it. But like, I think if you want to just have tournaments for it, go for it. Obviously, I think GLC. I want GLC to have regionals.
I do. I like GLC a lot.
Bro, I want it to so badly. Its side events are like huge for side events, and I want there to just be official tournaments just to see how it would go. Because Expanded's done. Obviously, that format's dog water.
Yeah, no, Expanded is out the wazoo right now.
Like, I want to see how big GLC could actually.
Yeah, there's like I know personally. The other day, I went out to dinner with a couple of my buddies, and people that have maybe played like 3 or 4 standard games ever at my locals sat down at the table and shuffled up full max rare GLC decks, and I was like, How have you played GLC more than you've played Standard? How is that physically possible? There is such a large community around GLC at this point that, like, the fact that it is not being acclimated into the format, like, just take what Expanded is, right? Throw it up, tighten it up in a ball, right? Kobe it into the trash can, and replace GLC with where Expanded
Well, it is in the trash can, but so is GLC. So, like... like compared to Commander to Standard for Magic, like Commander's bigger and it's like not the official format. Standard's still the official format.
Commander's an official format for Magic now.
But it's not like the format for competitive players.
Fair, yeah.
For competitive players, it's still Standard. But Commander is like twice as big, and I don't want GLC to be bigger than Standard because I'm a competitor, and I don't play GLC that much personally because it doesn't have any prize money in it or like regional circuits. It
Or
did
championship
more.
points.
It did more competitive people would gear towards it, I believe.
Yeah.
And I think that would just be a good thing, a change of pace, because I liked Expanded when it was healthy.
I did love Expanded. Expanded was one of my favorite things. Expanded regionals were so cool because like you could kind of test for the meta, but like there was so many different decks, like you had no idea what you were gonna hit.
Well, I felt like they didn't do it often enough. But they were like once every like couple months.
No. Back in like 20,
Once a month, maybe.
back in 2018, I may correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. It might be 2017, 2018. They used to do this thing where every other regional
I
was
don't
expanded.
think they alternated.
Yeah, they did. They did.
Did they alternate?
Every other regional used to be expanded. Yeah.
Excuse me then.
Yeah. Because that was the year that Dallas and Collinsville happened. I went to both of those, but there was a standard regional between them. It was always alternating.
I mean, if it was, then yeah, that's how it should have stayed. But like towards 2020,
Yeah.
it was not as common.
No. There were also they also in between COVID really is what like put a nail in the coffin for the expanded format because they stopped having events to where people could figure out what was good and expanded, and so they could figure out what needed to be banned. But then they were trying to like level the standard format by adding cards that were more powerful to the standard format.
Well, exactly.
Right.
They weren't designed for expanded in mind.
They weren't designed for expanded, and so now cards like Dialga V-Star,
Yeah.
like that are mediocre at best in standard, are absolutely fucking insane in expanded. Like absolutely broken. And there are cards that like Regidrago V-Star, mediocre in standard at best, right? But in expanded, absolutely broken. Like there's so many decks that like can't really exist in standard but can exist in expanded because of the large card pool. And they just did like I think it'd be really easy to like, you know, make expanded come back. It just you'd have to take a look at like what would be the problematic cards and, you know, send them to the chopping block.
I kind of just don't want it back at this point though. I like having every regional be one format because like it's just a consistent testing thing. But I also kind of want to see GLC, what can happen with that.
Yeah, I feel like they should start having like it's just like an idea that like maybe you could allow like some local league challenges to be GLC, right? Start with like local league challenges, be like GLC because like you could get a little CP here and there from GLC and it would incentivize more people to play in league challenges because I have been to a league challenge where I ID'd 3 rounds with with 4 people at the tournament, and we all ID'd, and then I got first place. So, like
ID'd every single round.
Yeah, it was a 3-round tournament, and all 4 of us ID'd, and then we were just like, well, whoever gets first place gets first place. We all get packs, and we all go home.
Okay.
Yeah, and but there what was I saying? I think that if you had a little GLC action thrown into like, you know, league challenges, maybe you could do like a league cup, you know, something along those lines. It would be a good start. Maybe not necessarily throw a really, really undefined and inconsistent format into like a regional type setting just yet. Maybe like.
Okay, I have something to bring up about that, but. DLC has a meta. It never changes really.
Really?
Like, I feel like 60s stay the same.
I haven't really like. I mean, 60s stay the same until news cards come out. Like.
Yeah, but like I feel like I don't know. Like the types are always like it's always control colorless. It's always just like Archie's water or like Dynamote or lightning.
Yeah.
It's always the same with that.
Dynamote, Flaffy, and Eel.
While we're on like small amounts of CP, this is completely off topic by the way. This is not.
Are you talking about
at all.
your current CP?
All right. I was going to talk about if this argument's been brought up a few times before of if there should be online CP tournaments.
Oh, I do not think that there should be online CP tournament.
Really?
I do not think
Bro,
that
people are broke.
I don't care. With last episode, you literally said the words, "I don't want Worlds invites to be easy." Okay, if I
Yeah,
can,
no,
if I
that's
can
why I'm
roll-
saying small.
Oh.
You can't get it just from online.
I mean,
But like, think of someone like Mello, right? Mello is a dad and a full-time teacher,
okay.
and he can go to like 3 or 4 regionals a year. Imagine if he could just get like 100 CP from online.
Okay. Well then, I mean, that would
That
that would help. I mean, I agree.
Yes.
I agree, but I also think that the client I don't know. I don't think that like PTCG.
They're in Players Cups. Why couldn't they run League Cups online? Like small little things every now and then. Like
I mean, well, here's the current problem. Okay, is I think that they did have the mechanics to do that before, but now they decided let's just completely remove the only good client we have, and then make everybody go to PTCG Live.
okay, live is ass. Like it's genuinely bad. But
Yeah, but now you're gonna run tournaments.
that has
on
nothing
it?
to do with this though.
I mean, yes, it does. It does now.
No, you can still play 1v1. Who cares? Like, just make the game good, and then we'll do it.
Yeah, I mean that's fair. I mean, I guess that's Oh,
Like-
also, I didn't mean when I said I don't care that people are broke. Like that. That sounds really bad. I didn't mean it like that. I meant to say that right now, I don't care that there are no like CP events because I personally don't think that it's a great idea. But John,
Yeah, but you also have the funds to go everywhere.
that is fair, right? But I also feel like
Think of like little fucking Timmy, 12 years old. He can't travel everywhere because he's got elementary school. Like, bro.
bro's on his Chromebook at home,
Yeah,
and he's
so
like,
while he's in science class, he's playing like fucking PTCG Live, trying to win Players Cup.
yeah.
Like, why not?
Bro's chilling.
Yeah.
Playing his new Scarlet and Violet theme deck, and he's like, I'm
Exactly, yeah.
gonna win this local.
Yeah, so he's got to get his ass beat first to learn.
Yeah.
But like, I still don't think you should be able to get your invite from cups, challenges, and online
Love you,
tournaments
little
alone.
Timmy. I don't know.
Love you too, Timmy.
Love you too, Timmy. Yeah.
But like, I don't see the point. I don't see the harm in giving you like, okay, you can earn a max of 100 CP from this, 100 CP from that, 100 CP from that, and then you go to regionals for the rest. Like,
I mean, I guess it wouldn't hurt to have more options for CP. I just personally think like my favorite part about Pokemon. So like this is a very biased opinion because you're asking a very opinionated person a question here.
he hates broke people.
What? No, I don't hate broke people. I am broke people. I mean, not really, but kinda. But I would say that my favorite part about Pokemon isn't really playing Pokemon as much anymore. And like going to cups and challenges and stuff is like more along the lines of like hanging out with your friends and having a good time in those events.
Okay, what if Timmy's like insecure and doesn't have friends?
Well, then Timmy should buck up.
He can talk with the demons in his head while he's playing Players Cup, bro. Like, literally.
Bro's talking to the demon in his head playing Dark Riot locals.
I want to check on little Timmy, bro.
Yeah.
He's got some issues.
Yeah, Will Timmy needs a therapist.
Literally.
But-
oh god, I forgot his name.
I don't think that that's necessarily a bad idea. I think that more ways to get CP are always better. But and to a certain extent, more ways to get CP are always better.
Yeah, like if it gets you your invite exclusively, I think that's bad. But if you're getting an invite from just cups and challenges, you're going O2 anyways, so it's fine. If you go to Worlds, you're going O2 anyways. That's just how it is. If you get your invite from cups and challenges and online tournaments, you're not making day 2, buddy. Like, I think you should be able to get a little bit,
I mean,
and
I
then
think,
like earn 200, win a regional.
yeah, I definitely think that if there is like a form of like Players Cup for points, like they would have to be like local tournaments because if you're okay, so think of it like this.
Okay,
If
so then you're just talking challenges, like
Yes, but here's the thing: is if you don't have like if you're giving out 15 CP, right, every event that you play online or whatever, to like to a max cap, and you have Player Cup value worth of players in it, are you really gonna play a regional's worth of Pokemon online to get 15 CP.
Yes. If you need it, yeah, why not?
I mean, I guess if you need it, but
Yeah.
I feel like they'd have to be valued a little.
But it's the same thing as, like, if you want to, you can. If you don't want to, you don't have to.
I guess that's fair. I mean,
Like, no one's forcing you to go to regionals, bro.
yeah, I mean, that's fair. I mean, yeah. I tried to force you to go to regionals and it didn't work.
You did. I'm broke, yeah.
But we will move on to the next topic.
Yeah, that was kind of...
I mean, it was a good tangent.
Pocket.
It was a good tangent.
It was out of pocket, yeah.
It was good. It was a good tangent. I think little Timmy would be very proud of us. We talked about the formats. We talked about the new CP. So we will move on to the current idea of a game that we have. It's not very great, but it is
This is
something.
exclusively Joe's idea.
No, it's not. It wasn't even my idea in the first place. I gave it to John, and he was like,
I didn't come up with this shit.
You didn't come up with it. Alyssa did.
Thanks, Alyssa.
Thanks, Alyssa. But we're calling this segment
You're calling...
Reprint.
Joe Mommy is calling this segment.
Reprint Roundup, alright? It's
Not
pretty
John
good.
Wongard.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I texted it to you, and you said it was a good idea.
I didn't say it.
This episode is incredibly unhinged. But so basically the
what
idea.
happens when Cal ditches? Yeah.
Yeah, facts. The idea behind this segment is that every episode we will spitball a idea of a card that we think would either be really good or really bad for like a reprint, right? There's not really a game aspect to it. It's just kind of a topic. So
It's just kind of a... Yeah.
But if you guys have any way that we could like turn this into a game, if you guys have any ideas...
I have an idea for next episode that I'll bring up afterwards.
Okay. I'll hear that out. But if you guys have any ideas on like how to turn this into a game, or like if you guys have any ideas of which cards you would want to see reprinted, and you're not allowed to
Guess
say
that flavor text right now. Shady dealings.
Yeah, shady dealings.
You got a 50-50 shot, bro. Which one is it?
Inteleon.
You're wrong. Sorry.
No.
50 bucks.
No. But yeah, if you guys have any ideas of cards that you would want to see reprinted, and you're not allowed to say N, you're not allowed.
Joe said N like 5 minutes before we started recording.
Yeah, you're not allowed to say N.
He's like, guys, John, I want to talk about N. I think that's a really good card to talk about for a reprint, and it's not overrated and not over talked about. I think N would be super healthy, and I don't think anyone's ever thought that before. Yeah.
No, but so if you like this segment, let us know, and we will get right into it really quickly. I'll go first, I guess, John.
Because mine's infinitely better.
No, it's not, dude. Okay.
Okay, are we going off of like which one's more broken or which one's more healthy?
Which one's more healthy?
Oh, then mine's dumb as fuck. Yeah.
Definitely, I think the card that I would choose to be reprinted first is.
You said what the fuck?
Battle Compressor. Other than N. Okay.
No. You said healthy, but you were talking about Lost fucking World before this.
Oh yeah, I was talking about Lost World, but I was just saying that card was really good. And
you realize Chorus and Comfy exist, bro?
Yeah, dude, you could win the game turn 1.
Yeah.
But I do think that Battle Compressor would be an incredibly good card right now to get reprinted.
Give me a paragraph. Why?
You want a paragraph?
Yeah.
What font you want it in?
Yeah, but give me a Bible right now.
You want it in Times New Roman?
I want it in text. I want it in speech.
Okay, all right. Okay, so currently, I think that decks like Palkia would hugely benefit to Battle Compressor. Imagine going Battle Compressor away 2 Water Energy, and then also throwing in a Pokemon that you'd want to Thornton into, or throwing certain things away. It would increase consistency. It would. It literally would. Any sort of V-Union deck that couldn't really get access to their V-Union pieces without playing the supporter Brunette, which nobody wants to play Brunette, could really benefit from Battle Compressor. I think decks like... I mean, I don't think Lost Zone would run it. I think that would be kind of unbeneficial to what they're doing, but it could thin cards like Battle Pass. It could thin other useless cards that you play in your deck for some reason that you shouldn't just be playing in the first place. But, you know, I think that Battle Compressor would be a really good card right now. And John doesn't agree. But go ahead. Go ahead.
All right, so Joe didn't say health of the game before this, so I'm just going off of mine because I like Palkia a lot and I'm a Palkia dick rider. Mine's broken time space.
Oh,
Those who
man.
don't know what BTS does, you can evolve a Pokemon on your first turn, or play it, or the turn you played it. It's Force or Giant Plants for every card. So mine's also on Palkia. Bro, shady dealings. You just choose to go second. You subspace swell. You can Star Portal turn 1. Imagine turn 1 like Hydro Break with the belt.
Turn 1 Greninja.
Yep, turn 1
Oh
Shuriken.
man. No man.
I'm sure there's other shit.
No shot, bro.
But that's the first thought. Like turn 1 Garbotoxin. If we're playing expanded, because why not?
That's pretty good.
Yeah. Turn 1 Dialga V-Star. You know. Take another turn while you're right at it.
Take another turn, bud.
Take another turn before the game even started. Yeah. BTS, bro.
Bro.
Broken time space.
That card would ruin the game. I think I'd quit. I really think I'd quit.
It would not. I don't even think it'd be that bad.
Are you nuts?
I didn't think it'd be that.
You don't
bad.
think it'd be that good? You don't think that it would be
bad.
problematic?
Summoning Star turn 1 going second.
You don't
as
think
Lugia
it would be that problematic?
Summoning
if
Star
DTE
turn 1
Mew,
going second.
If DTE Mew could go and kill anything it wanted turn 1?
Okay, well every deck would now choose to go second.
Every deck would. Every deck would. For sure.
I think Lugia would probably just be even better.
Yeah. Oh my god, I didn't even think about that.
I said that like 4 fucking times. No, I think Valkia would like just straight up be busted. Anything with shady dealing.
Yeah, dude, you just go.
I mean, maybe Radzard would come back as like a single prizer. Who knows?
Dude, Radzard. Wait, Radzard and Palkia?
No. Radzard is like a single, like Piper's Baltimore thing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But, like turn 1 quick shootings. Turn 1. Yeah. That's my take. Broken time space.
All right, and on this topic, because we need to fill in some more time, I've never actually asked you this question before,
Yes.
and I think this is a random question that we can pop in here. Out of every deck you have ever played since starting Pokemon, right?
Yeah.
What 2 decks would you immediately be able to pick back up and claim as both your favorite and that you would be most skilled at playing?
Oswald, Lycanroc, and Pikarom. Not even a question.
Really?
So I started in Burning Shadows. My first deck was Metagross. I've played
Metagross
like
GX?
Oh, yeah. Like the Christopher Szymanski thing.
Like yeah, where you the
Geotech
Metagross
system Max Potion, GMX system Max Potion.
Yeah.
You play Algorithm GX to search for 5 cards and hope they don't end you. If they do, you cry. Like Buzzrock and Pikarom for sure. Like, those are my 2 favorite decks of all time.
That's pretty good.
Instant.
That was a very quick response.
Yes.
Specifically,
Buzzrock with Max Elixir.
Max Elixir with.
Yeah. I think it's Breakthrough through Crimson Invasion.
Or
through
with B String too.
Yeah.
No. Oh, before B String came out.
Correct. Yeah. So this would be like Ultra Prism or Crimson Invasion.
Was Diancie Prism Star out yet? I think so.
Diancie was not out yet. No, it came out in Forbidden Light.
Oh, okay. My bad.
Yes, sir.
My bad.
Yes, sir. I know my shit.
I'd say that my favorite 2 decks I've ever played in the history of Pokemon, alright, is I would probably have to say Volcanion EX, right?
Okay.
Right, with the old Steam Up and like Professor.
Rapidash. Yeah,
but I'm talking about like OG Volcanion with like Starmie, like
the Space Beacon. Yeah.
yeah, Space Beacon Starmie, like Professor's Letters, like Max Elixir, like the OG Volcanion. Like that deck really gave me like a taste of what it was like to actually like understand the format a little more. Like that was like my first actual competitive deck because the deck before that I played Fight Alone Lucario, which do you know what that card does?
I have no idea, but it sounds bad.
Okay, Fight Alone Lucario specifically said that if you had, I'm pretty sure that it's...
Is this in black and white? Or X and Y?
Yeah. Fight Alone Lucario says, if you have fewer Pokemon in play than your opponent's than your opponent, this attack does 60 more damage for each Pokemon fewer you have in play.
First of all, wasn't around at this time.
Yeah, so that was my first deck. And so, like, the logic was is you played, like, Captivating Pokepuffs. Like, you played down Skyfield, right? And you would go, like, end Pokepuff, fill their bench up with their Shamans, right? And then you would just swing with Lucario and just, like, pop Shamans. Like, that was the whole goal of the deck. If they didn't run Shamans,
I didn't know about this.
Yeah, it was kind of problematic. But
Lucario EX?
No. It's,
Forbidden Light.
No. It is...
That's it, the Metal type one or Fighting type?
XY Fates Collide.
It's Metal type.
Yeah, it is Metal type. And
Yeah, it's Fates Collide.
Its first attack is Vacuum Wave. This attacks damage.
No, I know it now. Yeah. Okay.
That was the first deck I ever built. I showed up to locals the first time, right? This is a true test to show you that, you can start anywhere and people will take care of you if you're around the right people. Because I showed up to my first Pokemon event, I had 69 cards in my deck, no energies, and I didn't know how to play the game, okay? Then I was explained that I was very much in the wrong, and I showed up the next time. They gave me this shitty deck at the time, the Final Only Lucario deck, but, that's really why the community in and of itself is, like, something that I don't want to... step away from, because
your experience was a lot nicer than mine.
Oh, what does that mean?
I showed up to my first league, and it's a kids league. I was 12 years old at the time, and I had an Evolutions Nidoking themed deck, and I thought I was the shit.
You were the shit.
And some guy comes down with Guardy GX,
Wait,
and says,
Guardy GX?
Yeah, like Burning Shadows, Guardy GX.
Oh.
And says, who's the best one here? And so I obviously raise my hand, thinking I'm the shit, and I get slapped. And he's like, kid, if you want to get better, there's these tournaments called regionals, bro. He started my villain arc.
Oh, yeah, your villain arc?
He whooped my ass. Yeah. Bro, that's literally like Sephiroth origin story.
Yeah. But I'd probably say that my second favorite deck would be... This is going to sound crazy. Alright. But the most fun I've probably ever had playing Pokemon, ever, right, was Dustman with Magnezone. Dustman Dialga, dude. That deck was nuts, alright? And I actually did better at every event I've ever been to other than that one, but I will say that was the most fun I've ever had playing Pokemon.
I think mine is probably Pikarom.
Dude, Pikarom sucks.
I love, bro. Pikarom specifically in the team up era on Broken Bonds.
Like with
Unified Mind,
Stadium
like
Nav?
before rotation. Yeah, this was before it was Jirachi. It was like Turbo Pikarom.
Yeah, with Max Elixirs, right?
Turn 1 full blitz. No, Max Elixir wasn't standard.
Wait, whoa! I'm bad. My bad. I was thinking the wrong thing. Thinking of Tapu Koko Prism Star.
Koko Prism, E-Switch, Thunder Mountain. You try and get turn 1. What's it called? Turn 1 full blitz.
And this is also when you used to run Raichu, right?
Raichu was not out at the time.
Wasn't Raichu played at Interats?
Worlds.
Worlds? Oh, okay.
Yeah, but that was the shit, bro. Oh my god.
That deck was a lot of fun.
And same as Zapbeast is up there too. Zapbeast is awesome.
I love Zapbeast. That fits my category of decks that are little, that hit things for little to nothing, but eventually you win.
Rowan got me so big on Zapbeast. I love that shit.
Zapbeast is so much fun. I like the electro power, being able to adjust your damage output. Super fun.
I think it was Baby Buzz. Yeah, Baby Buzz, Shrine, Weavile, Garbodor, Magcargo.
Bro, you're talking about Caleb
all of them.
You're talking about Caleb Gettimer's list from Philly?
Yeah.
Yeah, from Philly.
That was hot too.
2018, I think.
18, yeah.
Yeah, he won that event with Buzzgarb, Weavile, Magcargo.
Buzzgarb Shrine, yeah.
Yeah.
It was called Buzzgarb Shrine, but it played 20 different.
We ran Ditto too.
It did run Ditto and
Ditto was fun. I love it.
Sledgehammer. Can we talk about how stupid Sledgehammer was?
Dude.
It was 1 for 30, but it was never 30. It was always 100.
It was always 100 or 130.
Or 120.
Yeah.
Or 120 if they had you were on the Sledgehammer turn, which would do 200 in turn.
Yeah.
Because
it was always you could go Beast Energy, Choice Belt, Diancie, right? and then that puts you up to 100.
100, and then there was strong.
And then there was strong
for a while.
And then they also had devoured field, but they didn't play that. They played shrine.
And we had shrines. Yeah.
Which shrines basically added 1 damage. So,
yeah. Then we have evil admonition Weavile for the Zorks.
I got second in a League Cup with that deck.
Magcargo, because Magcargo or Ranguru combo is stupid.
Which Ranguru? Instruct?
Instruct.
Yeah.
And then there was Trash Land, obviously.
Yeah. I miss old formats, man. The way that, like, people always complain about, like, the format when it's happening, but I promise you in 10 years, nobody will be looking back to this format right now and being, man, dude, let's build retro decks and play the Lugia deck.
I will.
No chance.
I like this format. Literally, I'm putting Archeops in my cube just because I love Lugia, bro.
Like, are you putting Archon in the cube?
Yes.
Like, so you have to go from, like, Fossil to Archon.
So this is, like, going back to our old format. No, it's Mutant. This is going back to our custom format.
You're building it yourself?
Basically, with my buddies, shout out Sky and Will. Cube is take an X amount of cards. Ours is, like, 700. Of whatever pool you want, and you just put them in a pile, and you draft from those piles. So you make individual packs and then draft from them and make a 60. And ours is just like our favorite cards of all time. So there's Broken Time Space in there. There's Item Log Vial Plumes. There's Drizzile.
Did you guys buy a BTS?
Yeah. BTS Broken Time Space, yeah.
Dude,
it's in there.
Aren't they expensive?
There's Deluge Blastoise. Yeah, but I mean, there's a lot of expensive cards in the cube. Like. Yeah, you just take whatever cards you want and draft them in together, and you make it mutant, so any type can evolve from anything that is that type. So, like, a Grubbin can evolve into Swaddle, or what's the middle one? Swadloon?
Yeah, and then...
And then it can evolve into a Venusaur.
Like a Trubbish could evolve into, like, a Dragalox...
What the fuck did you just say?
The middle evolution! The Dragalox, or...
Dracloak?
Isn't that what... I don't...
You're talking about the Emo Dragon?
No, the one that evolves from Dragapult.
Yeah, the Emo Dragon. That's Dracloak. Yeah.
Is it Dracloak?
Yes.
Isn't it an X? Or is it a K?
No.
Is it a K?
K.
Dude, listen. I have never...
It's not Dracoloak. What the fuck?
Dude, I've maybe played 2 Pokemon games my whole life. Sorry.
I've only played 1. Don't worry. I don't know half their fucking names.
Dude. But... on to, I would say, probably one of the final, more ending topics of the day. I would say that this format is very boring, and John won't.
You'd be incorrect.
John would disagree.
Okay.
But
I'm gonna touch on before you go any further.
No, I'm trying to escape.
I have fun no matter what format the game is, because I'm here to compete. I will play the game no matter where it's at. I played during Team Through Darkness Ablaze, and I enjoyed myself.
Let loose. Lily for 8. Pass.
Yeah. Are you flipping the camera off?
Because that's what they do! That's what they do, dude! They go,
I have fun no matter
what. Draw to 8 with Lily, and then they go, good luck.
You're here to learn, though. You're not, like... I don't know. I don't always have fun when I'm playing the game, but I'm always playing it because it's competitive.
I agree. I also don't really complain about the format too much. I kind of just like... And at this moment, I don't really like the format, but I'm going to end up playing it anyway, so, like... You kind of have to. But I also don't think that necessarily any formats are overly better than the other. It's just all based on...
okay. There is.
I mean, there is a difference, and, like, some formats are definitely
Team Up Darkness
better.
Ablaze versus Sun and Moon Lost Thunder. That's the one Gearhard opinion I will agree on. Team Up Darkness Ablaze was dog shit. Worst format we've ever seen. That being said, I still enjoyed it.
What format was that? Like,
Team Up Through Darkness Ablaze.
I mean, Team Up Through Darkness Ablaze, right? But what were the
that was
best
Pikarom and Eternatus in ADP. That was the Crushing Hammer format.
Was that
hit heads on Hammer?
Cinccino Mill?
One. Before it got banned a little bit, yeah.
Is the cards banned to play that deck?
Bella Bryson Man, yeah.
Oh, okay. That card rotated. Yeah.
It got banned.
Did it get banned in Standard?
It was banned in Standard, yes.
Oh, shoot.
That's
Sorry.
why Cinchino Mill was not a thing. Yeah.
Oh, but
That was the ADP Pigrom format.
yeah, that was like mostly online tournaments, right?
It was all online, but like that format I can sum up in like 3 matchups for you. It's disgustingly like simple. Pigrom, you play hammers against E-turn. Pez, you win. You paralyze the E-turns and the ADPs. If they have switch, you lose.
Paralyze
ADP,
it with Raichu?
Raichu, yeah. You go second, try to get Electrify turn 1, and then you just try and you Marnie paralyze them, hope they don't have switch. If they do, you lose. They would all play 4 switch to try and find it. ADPs, you would just kill bats and Day-Days, and then E-turns, you would just swing for 270 every turn. It's the easiest meta ever. Oh, and then Luke Metal. Luke Metal was the only like outlier.
Luke Metal was pretty fun.
Luke Metal is, I like it.
I do. It's it was just very much a.
While we're on 2020 though, can we talk about Dragapult? Fuck Dragapult, bro. That is my least favorite card of all time. Oh my god.
Wasn't it like 12 damage counters or something?
No. It was 130 active, spread 5 wherever you want.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
On the spread 5 on the bench.
Was that deck ever even good? I took a break.
Dragapult VMAX? Yeah, it was like a dominant deck before E-turn came out.
I took a small break in that time period. I had moved away, so I wasn't able to really compete in anything. So I didn't really know what was going on. All I heard was that people were crying and that they hated the format.
Dragapult, so Rebel Clash was before E-turn, so this was Baby Blounds, Ikaram, and Dragapult. And Spiritomb. But Spiritomb could not compete with Dragapult.
Oh, okay.
Because you would you'd damage yourself,
was that
Spite, and then the Dragapults would kill him.
Was that the Spiritomb?
Building Spite.
Yeah, Building Spite, yeah. Was that a whole deck? Like, they run, like, multiple of them?
Yeah. Then you put capes on them.
Oh, I only knew about, there were some decks that ran, like, one as, like, just...
No, it was Jinx Spiritomb, yeah. No, Jinx Jirachi Spiritomb.
Oh, okay.
It got like third at a Players' Cup.
Oh.
But if you built Spite, Dragapult would just spread 5 on it and kill it. So you couldn't build your Spite.
Oh.
Meaning you lost. You couldn't do damage.
Yeah, no more Spite.
So
it's just building anger.
Literally.
Yeah.
Like, the Dragapult was bad.
Alright.
And Jolteon.
Was Jolteon bad?
Fuck Jolteon, bro.
Jolteon?
Fuck Jolteon, bro.
In that format, wasn't Suicune existent?
Fuck Jolteon.
Wait, where was...
It was, but like, Suicune was like the big thing before Jolteon became like played.
Okay. This is like Suicune
and then
Ludicolo,
Jolteon
right?
gate kept it. Yeah, it was Suicune Cola. But Jolteon gate kept it because we didn't have a bench barrier in format. There was no Manaphy. There was no Mew.
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's rough. Jolteon was really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was like the easiest Shady Dealings deck ever.
Yeah, you literally just go Zig, knock
Elemental
out
bad.
2 things. Zig, knock out 2 things, bud. Attach 1 energy, elemental badge.
You could Cheryl because it only took 1 energy. It's bad.
Alright, now we're gonna move on. Unless you've
There's
got
enough
anything.
hate.
Unless you've got one more thing to say.
This has been an overly negative episode.
Yeah, it has. But I also think that this episode is very out of order. There's a lot going on in this episode.
Kind of just sporadic. I don't really give a fuck.
I think that this episode's pretty good. I think this episode kind of sets a tone for. Let me explain that this is who we are, and this is what most of the podcasts are going to be like. We do not really have like a set schedule what we talk about. So
we came up with topics like 10 minutes before we started.
Yeah, we really we just have like general ideas of topics, and both of us have like the brain function like of a turtle, and so like when we kind of jump back and forth to like a bunch of different stuff throughout the thing. Yeah. So if you'd like us to try to be a little more organized, we can attempt it, but if this is the kind
it's gonna be hard.
It's gonna be hard. If this is something that you do,
I don't want to be like, I don't want to be held down, bro.
I can't be in a relationship right now, bro.
I get the dog in him.
But if this is something that you do like, we are probably the most unhinged podcast for Pokemon that exists. So we're probably going to keep it that way. But now that I've gone on my little tangent, I will say that the last topic we had written down, all right, was post-rotation. Yeah, post-rotation. Which now I get to talk because that guy right there doesn't really like to talk about post-rotation.
I don't play formats that don't exist. Yeah.
I don't play formats. You play Cube. I don't play formats different. That don't exist.
Scarlet Violet's not a thing yet.
Okay. I'm just saying that it's good to talk about what is going to be good. I'm not playing it. I don't think I'm playing it right now. I just think that
doesn't matter, bro. We'll get it when we get it.
But, all right. Listen.
Cube is a format that I made up, so therefore it exists.
It exists right now. Japan is currently playing it.
Yeah, it's in my house. It exists right now. You're damn right it does.
Did you see that?
Cube's right there.
Did you see the thing that happened with Ethan Heggie?
I did. That was very unfortunate.
That was.
Whoever your opponent was, fuck you.
Yeah. Bud. Just to give a little preference, so that way you don't really, if you don't really know what's going on. Ethan is a caster who currently lives in Japan for college. So he's playing in like a bunch of the Japanese tournaments, and he was playing Miraidon because over there it's post-rotation right now, and he was playing Miraidon. He had a bench. He had 2 Regieleki Vs on the bench, and to take knockout he needed to hit 290 damage or whatever he said. I think it was 290.
280.
Yeah, 280, something like that. He had belt on. He had
double VMAX.
Yeah, he had double VMAX, and while the VMAX was on the bench, it kind of like poked into the discard pile a little bit, like he was kind of doing a lot, so it got shifted over into the discard pile, and his opponent then, he goes to attack, declares attack, and calculates damage, right? And it was enough to kill it, but then his opponent said something like, there's no Regieleki VMAX on your bench, and then called a judge over. And the judge had explained that, or taken the side of the other player, not Ethan, and made him put the Regieleki back into his hand, which doesn't even remotely make any sense, because there's no way that it would have been on the board at all if it was in his hand. But it caused him out of getting his Worlds invite, which is very unfortunate.
Whoever you are, fuck you.
But looking at a lot of Japan lists, actually, I saw something that bewildered me earlier today. All right, I saw a Regigigas deck,
basic energy,
with 2 fire, 2 electric, 2 grass. Wait, not grass. Grass doesn't make any sense.
Oh, no, Giant Fangs, yeah, grass.
Oh, yeah.
And fighting. You just don't play metal because you don't attack with steel. Yeah, I saw it.
Bro, people do anything in their physical powers to keep Reggie alive.
Bro. I love Reggies.
Reggie's is like, it's got a totem of undying attached to it. Like,
it can't die.
It can't. When it dies, it comes back to life. Miraidon's pretty cool. It's basically just like...
It's Buzzwole.
It's Buzzwole. It's literally Buzzwole.
I'm playing it.
Yeah, you are. Arceus decks are pretty good. Mew is still pretty good. The physical only card Mew loses is Quick Ball.
But if we want the BDIF, it's Giratina.
It is. It is definitely Giratina.
It's Giratina.
Sableye gatekeeps so many decks from being good. Like,
you have Lechonks on your bench, bro?
Dude, that deck is cool. I saw
the Oinkologne. I love the Oinkologne.
Dude, the Oinkologne does not lose. If you get Oinkologne set up, you're winning. And also, Lost Zone ain't getting 7 cards into Lost Zone turn 1 no more. No chance.
Not without net, they aren't.
Not without net. Nope. So Oinkologne is really good because nothing really one shots it. Because you go like V-guard and then full face guard.
Yeah.
Right? And it's got like effectively like it's
got like 310 HP or something.
Yeah, 310 HP for a 2-prizer.
And you just Sharon's it.
And it does like no damage, but you just like Sharon's care.
It's 10 plus 30 for each of your opponent's bench.
Yeah. It's 10 plus. That's pretty good. Like max.
That can two-shot a Giratina.
It can two-shot a Giratina, and it can't really get one shot.
Oinkologne Mirror seems like kind of cool. I'm not gonna lie.
Oinkologne Mirror is like you hit.
Because you have bench management around it too. I kind of like the idea of an Oinkologne Mirror.
Dude, Oinkologne I think is going to be so fun. I don't know how competitively viable Oinkologne is going to be.
Very.
You really think so?
Yes.
I mean, I guess. I saw somebody playing it on stream earlier, and it looked really good.
Yeah.
I like that stupid pig. But yeah, overall, I think it's going to be a really nice, refreshing break from Lugia.
I don't hate Lugia.
I don't hate Lugia, but I also think that it's kind of not brainless. It's not brainless like in a sense that like
what the fuck?
I'm not saying like it's unskilled. It's a skilled deck. You have to have skill to play it, but it's very brain numbing. Like you do the same thing like over and over.
Every deck ever, bro.
No, bro.
Oh my god. Chorus, comfy, crammer, and spit innocently. Like, bro.
I don't know. I played a couple games with Lugia, and every game I played, it's like...
How are you going to say that when you played Goodra to a regional?
Dude, Goodra with 2 Drapion, bro.
Rolling Iron, oh my god,
dude,
Paralyzing Bolt.
That deck was a lot more stressful than I thought it was, bro. Like, dude, listen. Goodra was the shit. Alright?
It was not even a good call. It was not even a good call.
Dude, it was a great call. I made an amazing call. By that
not
I mean...
deserve to be on the winning end, but I'm so happy you were.
But you have anything else to say about
I've said my shit. I've said my piece.
About the pig, about Oinkologne?
Yeah, that's all I've looked at, bro.
Yeah, have you seen Klefki?
Yeah.
Klefki good.
Of course I've seen Klefki. That card's stupid.
That card is stupid. I don't know why they made that card exist. I think.
Wait, is it both players' abilities or just?
Yeah, it's both players'
abilities. Okay, yeah, then it's balanced. It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah.
Slightly balanced. Yeah.
Well, I mean, we had a little talk about post rotation. We don't really want to talk too much about it because it's not really here yet. But it's nice to think about it a little bit.
I don't talk about it.
Shut up. But thank you guys for coming out and watching or listening to the second episode of the podcast here. Leave suggestions down below of what we could talk about. Give us some topics, some ideas, just anything in general you want us to talk about. We'll talk about them. We don't have anything else better to do. But I will say that last episode we did get a lot of support, and we do want to say thank you. We got a lot of support, and we would like to say thank you so much. It is something that we really have been working really hard on to get better at and do better and better every episode. And going forward, we will continue to do better and better. What? You said we could try?
We can try.
But, yeah, we just wanted to say thank you for all the support. Yeah, other than that, I think that is about all for
it ain't my job to do the outro, bro. That's not me.
What do you mean? No. You try the outro today.
Oh, I don't talk like that.
No, you try the outro, John.
Bro, I just talk about cardboard.
Alright. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you did enjoy, go ahead and leave a subscribe on the YouTube channel or a follow on the Spotify. Don't forget to smash that subscribe.
Fucking cut, bro. Fucking cut it.
Have a good night, guys.
Later.